Hey everyone, Summerhill Cinema 700 here with my very first video of 2021. Today I'm going to be doing a video talking about my top 5 Blu-ray releases of last year, 2020. I did a video like this for the first time last year, doing my top 5 releases of 2019. Those included the RoboCop box set from Arrow Video, um, as well as I think number one last year was the New York Ripper 4K restoration 3-disc set from Blue Underground, and it also included like a Double Impact from MVD Rewind Collection and stuff like that. So go check that video out. I'll leave the link down below if you want to go check that one out. But yeah, so obviously 2020 was just a very shitty year in general for pretty much everybody, and but considering that, there was a ton of great, fantastic Blu-ray releases. So let's just get right into it. We'll start off with some honorable mentions. First honorable mention here from Kino Lorber Studio Classics is Cannibal Apocalypse. This is one that I had never seen before, but had it was one of my most anticipated releases because I really wanted to see it. And there was a DVD that was available, but I think it was Region B, so I just wasn't able to find it. And then when I found out that they were going to be putting it out on Blu-ray, I was really excited, and it ended up having a brand new 4K master and some nice new special features as well. I think I did a movie review and Blu-ray review of this one back a few months ago, so you can go check that out if you want. But that's the first honorable mention. Yeah, it's just a really great release. Picture quality looked awesome. It just didn't make it into the top 5 because I thought as a movie itself, it wasn't amazing. It was very entertaining, but it wasn't amazing in my opinion. But definitely a fun flick. And of course, it stars the late great John Saxon, who we lost last year. Next honorable mention, this is the last one here, is the War of the Worlds release from Criterion Collection, which also has a new 4K digital restoration. And I had only watched bits and pieces of the original film. I just watched it in its entirety about a week ago. And I was really tired the day that I watched it and ended up falling asleep. So I'll have to watch it again, but the picture quality just looked amazing. The reason why it didn't make it to the top 5 is just simply because it's not one of my favorite films. It's very entertaining. I love these classic sci-fi films. It's a great one, but it's just, there's other sci-fi films that I love. Not to say that this isn't a good film. It's very good. It's very entertaining. It's a classic, but just didn't make it into my personal top 5 just for releases. It would be different if we were just doing, a movie of my top, classic sci-fi movies. This would probably be very high up, if not number 1. But for releases in 2020, as far as Blu-ray goes, it's just an honorable mention, but very great release. If you're a fan of this film, that's the release you want to pick up. All right, on to the top 5 releases of 2020. Coming in at number 5, we have from Scream Factory, the collector's edition of My Bloody Valentine. This is a film that was one of my highest anticipated films as well ever to get a Blu-ray release. I had at one point almost purchased the version, I think that, I don't know if it was Universal or what, they had a release of this that was out of print and it was going on eBay for like hundreds of dollars. But this one has a new 4K scan, and we also for the first time got to see the uncut footage added into the films in really good quality. So this is an absolutely awesome release, and I don't know if I did a review on this one. I don't think I did, but yeah, this is just an awesome release. The reason why I wasn't higher on the list is I actually didn't enjoy this movie as much as I thought that I would. It was a lot different than I thought. It's a great 80s slasher, but there's way better 80s slashers in my opinion. A lot of people will put this though as their number 1 80s slasher. I have to disagree personally. I thought this was a great film. I just wish that more of it actually took place in the mind than did. Not to say that there isn't, a lot of great scenes in this mine, but I wish that there had been more. But nonetheless, it made it into the top 5. Honestly, I think that these 5 releases that I have here, plus the 2 honorable mentions, are pretty much all the Blu-ray releases that I got in 2020, that came out in 2020. But anyway, so coming in at number 5, we have My Bloody Valentine Collector's Edition from Scream Factory. Very happy to have this in the collection. And of course, having that uncut footage is just awesome. So very good release there. And then coming in at number 4, we have this one here, which I watched for the very first time today. I'd never seen this movie before. I'll do just an in-depth review of the Blu-ray itself, maybe coming up here soon. But that's Lucio Fulci's The Gates of Hell, aka The City of the Living Dead. I knew of it more so as called The City of the Living Dead. Now, there's been so many different releases of this, most of which are titled The City of the Living Dead, but they stuck with The Gates of Hell, I think, which is the title that was used in Italy. This is from Scorpion Releasing, and this one has a new 4K scan and tons of new special features. And from what I've heard, this is the best that the film's looked. I think Arrow Video put out a release, same with Blue Underground. There's just been tons. Honestly, too many releases of this one. But I watched the film for the first time today. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely not my favorite Fulci flick. There's a lot of Fulci flicks I like more than this, but this is just classic Fulci right here. And again, first time watching this film on this brand new Blu-ray release. The picture quality was very good. I haven't seen other releases, so I can't comment on that completely, but to me the picture quality looked really great. And this one has a ton of special features as well. And again, I'll go over that in another video. I don't want this video to be too long. I watched one of the special features though today, and I think it was the Reflections of Fulci feature, a new appraisal of Fulci's Gothic period by actor and writer-director Andy Neiman, who did Ghost Stories. I don't know if that, I think that's an old feature, but that was a really cool one. So coming in at number 4 is The Gates of Hell, aka The City of the Living Dead, from Scorpion Releasing, featuring a new 4K color grading and restoration. Great release. Coming in at number 3, we have the Bruce Lee, His Greatest Hits collection here from Criterion. I did an in-depth review of this box set. You might think I'm insane, maybe I am, but I haven't even watched any of these yet. But I'm just simply rating it because of the box itself. I just haven't had the time. I have a list of movies that I watch, and I don't always get around to watching all of them, but I'm going to be checking these out soon. But it had to come in the number 3 just for the packaging and everything. And just having all these films together in one box set from Criterion with tons of special features, new 4K digital restorations. I mean, this just had to be in the top 5, and it had to be in the top 3, honestly. So that's number 3, is Bruce Lee, His Greatest Hits collection. Go check out my in-depth review that I did on this, I think back in the summer of last year. And this is just an awesome box set. I look forward to checking the movies themselves out in the special features. So number 3 is Bruce Lee, His Greatest Hits collection from Criterion Releasing. All right, down to the top 2 here. Coming in at number 2 from Blue Underground, we have a 3-disc limited edition of Lucio Fulci's House by the Cemetery with this awesome lenticular slipcase. I did also an in-depth review of this particular Blu-ray. But yeah, just the picture quality was awesome. It was my first time seeing this film as well on this release. And you got the CD soundtrack as well, and another disc with tons of special features. So it's a 3-disc set, and it's just an awesome, awesome release. I absolutely loved this film. Just watched it again a couple days ago with my friend. He had never seen it before. And just the picture quality on this is fantastic. I love these 3-disc limited edition sets from Blue Underground. And again, like last year, my number 1 was their New York Ripper release, 3-disc set. Well, number 2 this year, House by the Cemetery, 3-disc limited edition set from Blue Underground, featuring a new 4K restoration as well. All right, down to number 1. This one's probably pretty obvious. Number 1 release of 2020, Blu-ray release, is going to be the Friday the 13th box set from Scream Factory. This is probably my most anticipated release of all time. Friday the 13th Blu-ray collection, with all individual cases and theatrical artwork. Absolutely number 1 release of all. This might be my number 1 release of all time forever. I'm just so happy to have this. And I did, again, an in-depth review on this one. You can go check out on the channel. But that's my number 1. It's got to be the Friday the 13th collection from Scream Factory. So that is my Blu-ray, my top 5 Blu-ray releases of 2020. Thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know what your favorite Blu-ray releases were of last year. Just some absolutely awesome releases. I'm super happy to have these in my collection. So thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.